Hola, soy Álvaro845, youtuber de Clash Royale, y durante este fin de semana 23, 24 y 25 de junio voy a estar en el Gamergy Masters, el torneo de Clash Royale internacional que se está celebrando en Gamergy. Tiene más de 14.000 euros en premios, han venido jugadores de todas partes del mundo para jugar y yo voy a estar ahí viéndolo, con lo cual no te pierdas la retransmisión.
What's up, everyone? We are joining you here live in Spain for their Gamergy Masters Clash Royale tournament, where we have 16 finalists competing for a €14,000 prize pool.
Yes, yesterday's matches were insane to get here. There was a 7-round Swiss tournament that was going on yesterday, featuring the top 128 players from this tournament. That had to go through a grueling day yesterday, and 16 of these players made it till today.
It's the king of the crop. We have Cuchii.
We have Lewis G.
Virtue, Soaking, Teamper, Jigsaw, Naganito, Romk,
DanielGamer900, YT, Azilies, Inner LOL, MacDoy, Colton W83, Carlos DLB, Jose LC, and Mifja.
It's going to be an exciting match where the prize pool of €14,000.
And guys, they are competing for the top prize of €6,000 right now. If you win one match out of these 16, you are in essence making €500.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be walking away. So guys, from the start of this 16-person bracket, every single match matters. You win one, €500 walking away.
So first place is €6,000. Second place is going to be €3,000. Third place, €1,800. Fourth place is €1,200. So fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth place are guaranteed the €500. So any of these first matches, you're guaranteed to win big bucks.
That is true right there. Very excited to see what everybody was cooking up when they got back to their rooms last night. You know that they were trying to choose another deck. They saw how the meta evolved in this tournament alone yesterday. While we watched it evolve from 7 rounds, we watched 3 Musketeers started out in the first 2 rounds, and then Musketeers were done.
That was gone. It got countered by Fireball and all the other decks.
It was unbelievable right now, guys. But right now, this is the bracket that is out. Our first match of the day is going to be Cuchii versus DanielGamer900 YT right here to kick it off right now. We also have Virtue versus Inner LOL, and then Z-Temper versus Colton W83, and then Nagatita versus Jose LC for the first matches of the day.
For each of these matches, it's going to be a best of 5.
That is true right there, a best of 5 matches. So that is normally these Clash Royale tournaments, you're looking at a best of 3 kind of thing, like the CCGS, best of 3 and everything like that. This tournament right here, best of 5, which means you need to win 3 matches in order to advance to the next stage of this, this bracket going on today.
It's going to be amazing. Now, one of the things that they have is that the Kings, it's all tournament standard, King level 9, Rares level 7. Of course, everyone will have that over here. And one other rule that's not listed on the screen is that bats are banned from this tournament due to the fact that they were released this weekend. We've had players that literally flew in, so it wouldn't be fair if there was bat in the competition and they couldn't earn it in the challenge.
That is true right there. Myself personally, ever since I landed here, I was not able to get a bat. I was literally sitting here. I played about 4 games since I landed in Spain. It was physically impossible for me to get the bat myself, so it wouldn't be fair for these players to have to get the bat and then play with it in this tournament right here.
I'm sitting at 3 wins right now, and I just need 5 more to unlock the bat. I can't even imagine what these players are going through. They've been practicing all month to get to where they are today. All month they've been competing against their teammates to make sure that they're prepared for today's event. So I can't imagine having bats in that equation. Even last night, they were grinding really hard, checking out what their opponents were using that deck, getting their teammates to use their counter deck and trying to just practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, we went out to dinner with some of the players, and while we're at dinner, they're playing Clash Royale. They're playing versus each other. They're trying to learn, you know, what can I do? How can I improve for today's? Because they know $500 is at stake if you win 3 games today. All you have to do is win 3.
With the grand prize of 6,000 euros, that's like $8,000 USD.
Yes, that is a great prize pool right there. And these matches today are going to be great. You have a lot of rivalry crayons going at it today. I'm excited to see who is going to take it. And right now, we have a bunch of the best players in the world competing right now.
Absolutely. We have, from yesterday, we had 128 players compete against each other. And these weren't just random players. They weren't just randomly selected. These were players that had to go through rigorous brackets, thousands of tournaments to dwindle down to the final 128. And those 128 players competed yesterday to what we are today with the final 16, the top of the top of the top.
That is true right there. And just like you're looking on the screen, these players were live on stage yesterday. They're going to be live on stage again today. This time, every match going to be on stage, and it is going to be pressure intensive right now. Yesterday, maybe, you know, they, you know, weren't feeling the pressure yet. You know, games, you know, kind of still relaxing because you still had 7. You know, you could lose a game yesterday and it wouldn't be the end of the world. Today, you lose a best of 5, you're out. You're not. You're done. You're done. It's eliminated.
First match, you don't even win the Euros.
That is true. That's why this first match alone is going to be the most important. I was talking to a lot of players today and last night. They said they're more concerned about the first match than any other one, because if you lose the first match, you walk away with, in essence, nothing.
Nothing. You're going home empty-handed.
Yeah, nobody wants to go home empty-handed. But let me tell you something. Even making it to this point right here is an accomplishment in itself. Live here, the energy in this building is electric. I mean, we got a packed house out there.
It's full. The whole arena is full. Every single chair is taken up.
Yeah, it's a great, you know, thing that we got over here right now. I'm excited to see how the players react to literally every single person sitting right in front of them. Like yesterday, it was kind of people were sitting on the sides, you know, hanging out, and it really wasn't that. But today, you're going to be looking at the crowd while you play.
So looking at the bracket, the first match that we're going to be spectating is Cuchii versus DanielGamer900. Now, Cuchii is not just some random name. He is the only person yesterday to score 7-0 in all 7 rounds. So best of 5 matches, he won most of them, clean sweeping most of his opponents, 3-0 most of those rounds.
And not only that, guys, with Cuchii, in a Swiss bracket, he had to keep going up against people who were 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 while he was that. And then at the final, he had to meet Soking, both 6-0 in round 6. Unfortunately for Soking, he finished second, but still, Cuchii, 7-0.
Very tight match. And with those matches, even the...
Yeah, with those matches, guys, it was insane right there. Cuchii won with a giant skeleton deck. It was insane yesterday on Soking. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring out today. Is he going to bring out the giant skeleton today? That is the question. When I asked him last night, and I said, "Are you a giant skeleton?" and he looked at me and he just smiled and he said, "I can move with anything."
It's not about the cards, it's about how you use them. Now, half the battle is right now where you're deciding your deck. Because once you're in the game, you can't change it, and you could have a hard counter, and it's all mind games at this point. Is my opponent going to run 3 Musketeers? Is my opponent going to have heal with it? Or are they going to run a Zap 8, maybe a Hog Cycle? You never know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the matches progress right here, right off the bat right now. You have a great match coming out right now. I mean, this is one of the most exciting things that you could really hope for right here. You have one of the best players in this tournament, and then you have Daniel Gamer as well, who needs to make a name for himself.
So we are going to be starting the first match. Cuchii with the minions going in, heavy with the graveyard. Knowing that his opponent has the elixir pump, he's at a disadvantage. And he has the poison going now. This is looking very bad. He poisons out the Goblin Gang and the elixir pump.
And that is a lot of damage on that left-hand side right here. That tower's going to go down to 987, and he loses the pump to that poison. That is the biggest thing to take out of that, is the poison hit the pump as well. So the elixir advantage that he was going to have from the pump goes away from the poison.
And Danny goes in with the 3 Musketeer. Let's see how that goes. Cuchii does not have the poison in rotation.
No, but there is a Night Witch from Cuchii to defend the double Muskies on the left-hand side. But here comes the Battle Ram on the right-hand side. There's a Musketeer as well. So called Skeletons. Pekka coming down. Pekka gets distracted by the one called Skeletons. The Battle Ram is going to connect onto the tower. So much damage coming to the right. He's still got double Muskies on the left-hand side. Distracts the Pekka with the Goblin Bag. 2 Musketeers still hitting on the left. The Barbarian is taking down that entire tower by himself on the right. That tower's going to be left with 380 life left on the right-hand side.
This is not looking good for Cuchii right now. He's sitting at 5 elixir. Let's see what his next attack is going to be.
Oh man, what a play right there. 1 push, 2 lanes, just assaulted both sides right here. Has both sides down to pretty much almost dead for Cuchii. He's in trouble right now. Yes, this is not looking good for Cuchii right now.
It does look like there
is a graveyard coming down on the left-hand side right now. Cuchii is going to take a tower from Danny Gamer right here. Danny Gamer still has a lot of damage on the right-hand side, and he has an almost full life pump in the middle.
That is all looking good. He's going to have to prepare for that triple Musketeer, especially with double elixir time coming up.
Yes, double elixir time coming up right here. There's a Night Witch on the right-hand side. Triple Muskie split on the top-hand lane from Danny Gamer. There's going to be a poison coming down, but there's a Barbarian. There's a Battle Ram on the left-hand side. A log is going to clear out everything, though. And beautiful defense right here by Cuchii. And a Baby Dragon minions will be able to clear it out right now. Still 330 life he needs to take off on the right-hand side right here. With only 40 seconds left, he's going to need 2 fireballs.
Cuchii does have to be careful on the right side, though, because that tower is only at 330 health. It's almost within Fireball's range.
And there it is. Good defense right now, but he's got a fireball one more time. This is not going to connect right here. 3 Musketeers, 1 lane. Poison's log is going to take care of all this right now. He needs to cycle to another fireball, but the moment he does, Cuchii is probably going to graveyard Baby Dragon.
And the triple Musketeers get taken out because they were distracted by the Night Witch's bats.
Oh no, great defense right here. Fireball's going to come on the left-hand side. I want to see a graveyard Baby Dragon corner pocket right here. Here it comes. Baby Dragon graveyard coming out right side. Beautifully played right here by Cuchii, knowing that this was going to be his opportunity to strike, doing so much damage on the tower. Poison coming in as well. So much coming out. Minion smacking on the tower. We're looking at...
That is within the log's range.
Beautifully played right there by Cuchii.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That was amazing. Just the technical difficulties, the timing, the placement of everything. If you notice in the very first play, when his opponent played the elixir pump, he knew exactly where to place the minion, which was 4 tiles below. That way, when the minions came up, it connected with the graveyard. By the time that connected, he had enough elixir for the poison. Had he placed the minions in the front of the tower, he wouldn't have had the elixir for the poison.
That is true right there. And guys, just remember, when you're looking at that kind of game right there, as the last seconds are dwindling down, Cuchii knew he needed to waste a fireball on that right-hand side because that was the only way he was going to lose the tower. He saw the push coming in on the left, knew all he had to do to defend that was a log minions, took care of that, and prepped for the Baby Dragon graveyard push, guys. He was thinking 3 steps ahead of that game, knowing that the moment that fireball came out, graveyard Baby Dragon was coming with everything I had on the right-hand side.
And he was making sure to defend the tower with all his life so that he would force his opponent to use 2 fireballs on a tower that only had 330 health.
That is true. Beautiful defense by him for the last minute of that game, forcing him to use 2 fireballs, something you do not want to do right here. And this is the last push of the game.
Right there, the Baby Dragon's taking care of everything, splashes onto the Knight and the tower. Poison takes care of all that stuff. And the tower is going to be right within log's range with that 1 minion taking it down to 38 health.
MVP minion right there. Just... Danny was just unfortunately not able to get a push off like he did on that first, that first assault that he had, that beautifully double attack. Could it have been because he just may have wasted just too much elixir on the first attack and just never was able to really recover you know, from the loss of that pump in the beginning.
He lost the pump, then he went straight for the Three Musketeer. He just never was able to build that elixir advantage. Cuchii was constantly applying pressure for him, and he knew that he needed to do that in order to win.
Yes, beautifully played right there by Cuchii. Phenomenal stop of everything that was sent to him after that first push. And we're going to get into the second match right now.
For the round of best of 5 to determine the winner of this.
See, here it comes right now. Both players sitting at 10 elixir.
Let's see who's going to be the first one to crack. The first one to place is going to be at a disadvantage because they're going to be immediately countered by their opponent.
Yeah, there's kind of a stalemate going on right now between players, but it looks like DanielGamer is going to drop a Bandit in the back. That is not what you want to do at all costs. But here comes a Night Witch on the left for Cuchii. Does he have 1-cost skeletons to block this? He has Ice Golem instead. That Bandit's not going to live for very long.
With 4 bats on the map, that Bandit just disappeared very fast. Mega Minion to take out the Baby Dragon.
Graveyard coming on the left-hand side. The Baby Dragon going to clear out that push, but the Baby Dragon is abandoning ship on the Graveyard. But the Baby Dragon will still get about 4 shots on the tower.
Excellent defense on DanielGamer right there, using the lightning just to take out an Ice Golem as well.
Beautifully played right there, and DanielGamer is going to get a huge push right now. Battle Ram on the left-hand side with the Night Witch behind it. Barbarian Hut coming out. This is the second time we've seen this in this tournament.
Very interesting, and we're seeing a lot of Battle Ram. It does make sense. It's doing a very good job of defending against this
push right here, but here's the thing, the Night Witch almost cleared out that entire Barbarian Hut, but he does get the last bit of Barbarians, so DanielGamer's gonna have to use Elixir to defend this.
That was a perfect defense by DanielGamer. The Barbarian Hut cost 7 Elixir, defending against that 8 Elixir push.
There it is right now. There's a Bandit on the left-hand side, gonna meet another Bandit from Cuchii. Cuchii is going to take this out, but there's a P.E.K.K.A on the field for Danny.
It's not looking good. It's going to swipe out the Ice Golem. Then it goes for the Bandit instead because of her dash. Looks like that buff wasn't a buff after all.
No, it was not. Not in this game at least. P.E.K.K.A on the left-hand side. There's going to be a Dragon. There's going to be a Night Witch as well. The P.E.K.K.A one-shots Barbarians, but it locks onto the Night Witch first. Beautiful poison right here by Cuchii. He knows he needs to clear this out as fast as possible. Poison is going to take out the bats as well as they spawn one bat. Gets taken out.
And the Barbarian Hut is still alive.
Barbarian Hut still has a lot of life on it. It's still going to spit out one more set of Barbarians as well. Bandit on the left-hand side with a Battle Ram. Battle Ram is going to tank for the Bandit coming out. Lightning comes in. Bandit is going to face. Oh, beautifully played right there by Cuchii.
Cuchii knew that the Bandit was coming, so that he planned a prediction defensive Barbarian Hut.
Oh, man, right after that Lightning, too, so the Lightning does
Going in really aggressively with a Bandit Graveyard on the right side, knowing that he can't commit on the Baby Dragon on the left.
There it is. Night Witch going to do all it can to defend this. It's going to do a good job, but he has to commit a log as well.
That was an excellent offensive play, preventing his opponent from doing a heavy Baby Dragon push on the left side.
There it is right now. Cuchii with the Mega Minion in the back right here. Here comes the right-hand side assault by Cuchii. Switching lanes. He knows the P.E.K.K.A is on the left-hand side. Baby Dragon is not going to be able to defend this Graveyard. Oh, baby. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tornado, but still, it's going to take a lot of damage. Baby Dragon just was not able to clean it up in time, and now there's a P.E.K.K.A walking on the left-hand lane.
Looks like the P.E.K.K.A is going to get demolished by that Mega Minion. He's going to have to worry about the Baby Dragon, Battle Ram, and the Night Witch. That Barbarian Hut is not going to be within range to pull that Battle Ram. Connects to the tower. So
much damage coming out right here from DanielGamer. Can Cuchii get one more Graveyard push off on the right-hand side? He's loading up with another Barbarian Hut.
Let's see if he's going to use that Barbarian Hut to support his Graveyard on the right side.
And here comes a Bandit from the right-hand side for DanielGamer, but he just does not have an answer for this Graveyard. But here it comes.
The Battle Ram is going to bypass.
Oh no, Battle Ram bypasses. Great log to take it into it.
He used the log to push the Battle Ram into the aggro range of the Barbarian Hut.
Bandit connects on the right side tower
One
with
more
the
hit.
phase. And that's gonna be the game.
One more log
takes it out. Oh, what a play right there by Cuchii.
Excellent defense on the left side, using a Graveyard instead of the log.
And he just cycled to the log right there. Beautifully played by Cuchii.
That was an amazing play where Cuchii was using offensive plays, even like that small push on the right side, knowing that the Baby Dragon was coming in, it was going to come in heavy with a Night Witch or a Bandit, but he prevented that push completely by using a light push, a small little Graveyard on the right side, so his opponent can do anything.
Beautifully played right there by Cuchii. Unfortunately for Danny, he just was never able to get past that Barbarian Hut. Every single time he took one out, another one was played. The Bandit Unfortunately, Cuchii played that about 0.1 seconds just in time. Otherwise, the Barbarians would not have spawned, and the Bandit would have phased right to the hut.
And the Barbarian hut was excellent placement. It was always the exact intentional placement. 4 tiles from the river, 2 tiles from the arena tower. It was just perfect every time. He adjusted accordingly based on the lane that he needed to defend.
Yes, it was beautifully played right there by Cuchii. I think the highlight of this first set right now is Cuchii's defense. I mean, it is phenomenal, shutting down every single push. Like, you're talking about battle rams are coming in, he's just logging them to his Barbarian hut.
He's even using his offense as a defense, preventing his opponent, using the graveyard and the log. Look at that excellent log, pushing the battle ram to the right side. Yeah. Into those Barbarians.
Defensive graveyard right here. People say it's bad, but look at this. Takes out the P.E.K.K.A. like it's nothing.
It was a game-winning defensive graveyard right there.
Defensive graveyard right there. 1,700 life on both of his towers. Just was not able to connect this game with a big push right here for DanielGamer. Was not able to get the P.E.K.K.A. to the tower, and the log takes him out.
Dang. When can you say that you've ever won a game using a defensive graveyard?
Well, versus the P.E.K.K.A., it's definitely a great idea.
Maybe 1 in 1,000 matches.
Yeah, yes, that is true right there. But beautifully played. He knew he had it. He knew all he needed to do was poison log on the right-hand side. Just took it out. And the graveyard, just assaults from Cuchii are just chipping away at Danny. And he just doesn't have an answer. 2 graveyards in a row.
Now we are in the 3rd match for best of 5. Danny can still come back at any moment now. Cuchii using skeletons to cycle, and Danny chooses to ignore those skeletons. The tower's going to take it out. They're both still at equal elixir, waiting for the first move. Let's see who's going to be the first to crack.
This is, just like we were saying in the last game, it is a chess match. DanielGamer was down that entire last match because he dropped a Bandit in the back into a Night Witch and a Ice Golem. It didn't even get a shot off after the phase. That's how fast it died to the Night Witch's 4 bats. So he now knows, I ain't playing a card right now. If I'm Daniel right now, once again plays another Bandit in the back. Bandit from Cuchii right
Cuchii
here.
is going to be at an advantage because the Bandit is going to dash into Cuchii's lane. That Bandit will survive. Oh, use the Night Witch to tank.
Right here, and that's going to be, a log has to come out right here. The Bandit is going to do a lot of damage to this Night Witch, but the Night Witch will survive.
Battle Ram supporting the Night Witch. Cuchii using the Baby Dragon. It's just barely enough to stop the log and the Night Witch. And perfect defense again.
Beautiful defense right there by Cuchii. And now he's going to have a Baby Dragon that Daniel has to deal with.
And Danny has the exact same thing.
Baby Dragon as well. Can we be seeing the same deck from these both players right now?
It looks to be very likely. They have very similar compositions. We just haven't seen the archers from Danny quite yet.
Yes, one cost
P.E.K.K.A. again.
Coming down from DanielGamer. What is Cuchii going to have? Is he going to have another graveyard deck right here? We're about to find out. Another P.E.K.K.A. from DanielGamer. Maybe he was running a lot of P.E.K.K.A. and Cuchii knew this because every single game he pretty much graveyard versus P.E.K.K.A. Are we going to see it again?
Look at those archers taking out those Night Witch's bats. That Night Witch is going to shred that P.E.K.K.A. and distract it long enough before it can even touch the archers. Night Witch doesn't even touch anything. Baby Dragon going with a big push. Does the Bandit connect? It does not quite yet with the Tornado.
Huge push coming in right here by Cuchii, but it is going to get shut down. But a Golem comes out on the left-hand side. No pump all game from Cuchii, knowing that, well, he was probably worried about the full bridge assault, but once he saw that P.E.K.K.A., he's probably not going to be happy with the goal.
Baby Dragon does get 2 hits on the tower, but that does not matter because Cuchii is only focusing on offense right now. Going in with a huge Golem push, Night Witch and archers. But Danny does have the P.E.K.K.A. to counter the Golem. Let's see how this goes. Lightning takes out the Night Witch.
And a lightning by Cuchii as well right here. But this P.E.K.K.A. is just going to be a huge roadblock every single time Cuchii drops the Golem. He's going to have to deal with a P.E.K.K.A. being dropped in that same lane right now. And DanielGamer knows this. DanielGamer needs to get on Cuchii's side of the map and start lightning cycling him out with value because he knows that this P.E.K.K.A. The Golem is never going to get past the P.E.K.K.A. this entire map.
And the P.E.K.K.A. is never going to get past Cuchii's defense either.
No, it isn't right now. It's going to be who gets that one push, who makes that one crucial play to win this game right now. And we're excited to see it. Battle Ram on the right-hand side by DanielGamer. Is this going to connect? There's only a Bandit on the right to defend this. Just defends it in time right here by Cuchii. He still has the Golem. The Golemites are still going to survive. There's so many bats on the field right now for Cuchii. This is going to be a huge push right now. The Tornado just is not enough. Baby Dragon full life tanking for the one archer that is still left. So much damage coming off on the left-hand side.
And the Bandit connected on the right side, so Cuchii could choose to push either side depending on which His opponent places the bandit, connects to the tower. They're very equal
Peck
right
on the
now.
left-hand side. This is going to get taken. Oh, no. Batarang behind it. Can he connect with this push right now? Cuchii is in trouble. Lock coming down. The Batarang is going to connect.
The Pekka connected to the tower.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to be GG. One mistake right there by Cuchii, and the Pekka walks right to the tower and smacks it.
Wow. Danny knew he needed to do something different because at that point he was losing the match. 700 tower, 700 health on the left side, 1700 on the right side. He was at a huge disadvantage.
Beautiful timing right there with the Pekka, knowing that Cuchii is about to play his golem in the back to start up that push. Pekka at the bridge with Batarang pushing it faster, gets to the tower before the Night Witch is able to do anything to it.
He had archers on the right side. He could have possibly played it on the left side, but then the log would have logged the archers back, but they would have survived to pull that.
It was beautiful right there. Cuchii, I guess, was worried about the log coming in, didn't want to drop his one-claw skeletons, maybe had like a panic, that 1 second, like, did he really just shop a Pekka Batarang at the bridge? What do I do right now?
With the new 1 second Pekka deploy time, anything goes. With that really aggressive push, it did catch Cuchii off guard.
Yes, a beautiful play right there. The number one thing you're doing, especially if you're down back against the wall, you gotta find a way to come back into the game, and the only way to do that is to catch your opponent off guard with something that he normally is not gonna see on an everyday basis.
Danny knew that if he kept using that same rotation, then it would have been an eventual loss for him, so he started to switch it up, putting the Pekka and the Batarang rushing the tower.
And here it is right now. The golem drops with the Pekka on the right-hand side right here. Archers dropped on the right. The bandit isn't played. He's waiting for the Night Witch. He could have banded it one-claw skeletons, but the log coming in made him freeze for a couple of seconds right there.
He knew. That was perfect timing on Danny's part, knowing that if you look at it, the golem was planted just moments at the same time as the Pekka was.
Both players dropped in at the same time.
And Danny knew that. His timing was impeccable.
That was beautiful. That's what it takes to get to this stage right now, after going through thousands of players in the qualifiers and everything like that, to make it to the top 16. Those are the types of plays that these players are going to be making all day today, and I'm excited to see it.
Looks like Danny still is on edge, though, because if he loses this next match, he will be eliminated from the brackets, and he will not win 500 euros.
That is true right now. Danny Gamer, does he come out with an off-meta deck right now, or does he run something conservative, like maybe, or does he run a Pekka 3 Muskie? We've seen he loves Pekkas. Does he bring back the Pekka 3 Muskie, catch Cuchii off guard right now?
The elixir pump does get lightninged by Cuchii.
And there it is right now. Cuchii right away with the lightning. Here comes a, oh man, wow, this is gonna be a big push right here. Batarang with a knight on the right-hand side.
Right there.
Connect again. Cuchii takes a ton of damage right there, but this is a huge push by Cuchii. The Dark Goblin, unfortunately, is gonna get in front of that baby dragon and gonna get taken out right here. Quarter of a second too early on the Night Witch.
Look at that one bat just harassing that baby dragon, but it's not enough. He's gonna target onto the tower.
So much.
2 strikes, 3 strikes right before it dies.
The 3rd strike right there might be the difference in this game. Cuchii might have to lightning cycle out, but there's another pump on the left-hand side. Beautifully played right here by Danny Gamer. Gonna get lightning it again.
Neutral trade, making sure that Danny will never build that elixir advantage.
That is true right there, guys.
But he might need to be careful because he might need to save that lightning. It looks like Danny is running a 3 Musketeer deck. Like I said, he doesn't have lightning in rotation anymore.
There it is right now. 3 Musketeers by Danny Gamer. Pekka on the right-hand side by Cuchii. But Danny Gamer's going to flood this left-hand side right here. Is he going to drop the Batarang? There it is. Batarang with the Musketeer on the left-hand side by Danny Gamer. This is going to connect, do so much damage on the tower once again. But here's the problem. The damage is still split. Cuchii is going to defend this. And the Pekka clears out the Muskies on the right.
And the Bandit on the left side strikes the Barbarian before he can touch the tower. Excellent defense.
That is true right here. Batarang right here from Cuchii on the right-hand side. It is not going to connect right here. Perfect swarm by Danny Gamer.
No chance for it to connect. It was 1 tile too far from the tower.
Oh man, this game is going to be close right now. Danny Gamer, what is that last card? Does he have a zap, or does he have the pocket heal like we were saying? Off meta, could he do it?
That's the thing, is that Cuchii's going to need to be careful. If it's a heal, he might be in trouble. Healing the Battle Ram, healing the Musketeer, healing a Night Witch. The tower is going to go down if it is a heal spell.
Does Danny Gamer go right side? Yes, he does. He drops it in the back right now. And the Dark Goblin will clear this out. Oh no, the Knight gets played into the lane where the Pekka drops, and this push is gonna get taken out, but Danny Gamer knows that that push is gonna fail. Pumps up wisely.
perfect pump for Danny, knowing that there's no point in supporting that push at all. Hey. Going in with a battle ram on the left side is...
Oh no, Three Musketeers right-hand side right here, but how is he going to defend this lock?
Protection log, Bandit connects, battle ram connects, that is good game.
Oh my goodness, lightning coming in right here by Cuchii. The pressure is insane. It looked like he probably did have a heal, dropping the Three Musketeers in one lane in the back right there, instead of in front of his King Tower, and this push is not going to be successful. Danny Gamer probably had the heal, was going for the victory with the heal out of nowhere, but it backfired.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cuchii winning 500 euros.
Oh my goodness, that game right there. Cuchii just knowing how to play that match phenomenally right there. Danny Gamer, the normal placement at that time in the game for Three Musketeers is right in front of your King Tower, right in front of it. So if they flood you, you're going to have at least one Musketeer to deal with the battle ram and to slow it down. But unfortunately for him, he probably had a heal as his last card because he didn't zap the battle ram that was coming at him from the left, or log it. So it had to be a heal. I don't know what else it could have been.
And with Cuchii putting the P.E.K.K.A on the right side, tricking Danny, letting his guard down, then rushing the left side with a battle ram and a bandit, using that prediction log, takes out the skeleton, takes out the goblin gang. That's a 500 euro log right there.
That
500 euro prediction log.
That is right there. That goblin gang just got smacked off the board. Ram doesn't connect, and just like that, a tower dies. Oh, he had a fireball as his last card. Danny Gamer is running the Three Musketeer fireball, and this is just the last push right here. Nothing Danny Gamer can do about that. Beautifully played by Cuchii.
It looks like he was running the fireball variation, the Three Musketeer deck that counters the other Three Musketeers.
That off-meta Three Musketeer deck that we were seeing so much of yesterday, where he did go into, like we were saying before, into a I'm going to run an off-meta deck, try to catch him off guard, take a victory right now, bring it to a game 5. Unfortunately for him, Cuchii wasn't running Three Muskies.
That's the thing, like I was saying, half of the battle is before the match even starts, just staring at your opponent. What is he gonna run? Is he gonna run Three Musketeer heal, Three Musketeer Ice Spirit? I'm gonna take my Ice Spirit and put a fireball on my 3M to counter your deck.
Yeah, and that's just a chess match that happens before a game right there. And it may have actually cost him, because when you go over and over and over and over and over again, sometimes it doesn't work out that well.
So it looks like Cuchii will be advancing into the second bracket.
He is our first person who is going to advance into the top 8.